Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. Now, the pleasure to be joined by lightweight prospect Nicola Barke. Nicola, how are you?
I'm very well this morning, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, we're down at the Steel City Gym, obviously, training here, obviously, but last time we spoke, it was before you signed with SJAM and Frank Warren and Queensberry. I mean, 2023 was a big year for yourself as well.
Yeah, 2023 was an incredible year for me. As you said, I had, the great opportunity of being signed with Frank Warren Queensberry Promotions, SJAM, and it's nice to know that all the foundational work that I'd been putting in has sort of finally come to fruition to give me these great opportunities to really showcase my skill.
Definitely. Why was kind of Frank Warren and Queensberry kind of the right opportunity for you? Obviously, they've just got the one female fighter, or two actually. I think Christina O'Hara and Raven Chapman, and then yourself. So you've got three fighters there. Obviously, was it a big part of it to kind of boost that female stable and kind of provide that platform for yourself?
Definitely in terms of getting more females onto the Queensberry promotion cards, but also I think, that promotion in particular really suits me because it gives me that platform to, demonstrate and sort of work my way to the top, which I think is perfect.
Definitely, mate. And obviously you're back out March the 22nd, obviously at York Hall. I know you fought at York Hall a few times, but obviously excited to be back out there as well.
Oh, I'm really excited to be back out there. It's almost been a year since I was last in the ring because it sort of takes a very long time to, change over promotion team, management team, and all of that. So to finally get back to the reason why I first started boxing is, incredible.
Definitely, and obviously you mentioned there just the one fight last year, but obviously 2024 ready to pick up that activity as well under Pierce and everyone in the gym as well.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? The gym at Steel City is just incredible. I honestly couldn't be at a better place. Pierce, my coach, his attention to detail and the focus is sort of second to none. And yeah, he's just a really brilliant coach, and I'm, grateful to be one of his students.
Definitely. I mean, I wish I could come up here and train every day as well. Obviously, last time as well, we've spoke about your left-way career. I mean, it sounds pretty brutal, to be honest, even when I look back on those clips. But you did fight in the main stadium in Myanmar as well, and in front of 31,000 people. I mean, talk to me. How was that?
You know what? I wasn't sure what to expect when I was first making my left-way appearance, which is sort of punches, kicks, knees, elbows, headbutts, no gloves. And it was only when we'd landed, and as a fighter you sort of go into the arena either the day before to sort of check out the venue or the actual day of the event. And I remember just thinking wow, I didn't know there was this many people who were into the sport, but it just built such an incredible atmosphere and is obviously banked experience for the future for me.
Definitely, like you just touched on there, obviously, inevitably when you get into those big fights as well, obviously, I know Chantelle Cameron trains here now, obviously those big stadium fights with Katie Taylor, you kind of already done that kind of massive stadium experience, obviously, to prepare you when you get into those big fights as well.
Absolutely. So now it's just more a case of actually learning the skill and the craft and the technique of boxing, because I think a lot of people see my martial arts background and they're like, it's easy to switch from, say, taekwondo or kickboxing or left way to boxing because you have that punching element, but it's a sport that's completely its own, and so there's a lot of new things which you have to learn, but I'd say that's one of my advantages, right? Super adaptable and able to sort of pick things up very quickly.
Definitely. I do want to touch on Chantelle Cameron training at this gym as well. Obviously, I think it took a few people by surprise that she started training him, but also, I mean, that means it provides a great opportunity for you for sparring and things like that. I mean, what's it like kind of having, arguably the pound for pound number one. I know she lost to Katie Taylor, but the argument's still there to have one of the best female fighters on the planet in this gym with you. It's
a blessing. Literally, it's a blessing because for me, building my career and wanting to get to the top, you need to be surrounded by quality, by the top performers, because that's what will level you up. There's no point being in a room, and that goes for all of the fighters here at Steel City Gym. They're all champions in their own right. They're all incredibly technical, skillful, and everyone's got their own different style. And, completely being immersed in that environment day in, day out, you're only going to level up yourself, and that's what's most important to me, is that growth.
Definitely as well. Nicola, that was my final question. Do you have any final words kind of for your fans expecting to come to York Hall on your return on March 22nd?
Get your ticket, drop myself a message, and you can follow me on social media as well at the Burmese Python.
Perfect. Nicola Barke, thank you very much. Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.